Execution. You've heard the famous quote by John McKay, the football coach of first USC and then of the early Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And somebody asked him about the execution of his team, and he said, yes, we should. I want to talk about execution, but not that type of execution. I do want to talk briefly about football execution. What makes a difference for teams that have the same playing field? They're relatively the same. Talent, ability, resources, depending on the level that we're talking about. But in general, oftentimes it comes down to the execution of the players on the field. Well, how does that happen? There's a plan in place, and some organizations and coaches are very good at teaching and preparing their players to execute well. And it does take a team. It takes the train, and today more than ever, as it's been a while since I was on the field coaching, and so there's lots of evolution and they're positive changes. And what I mean by that, now we get the dietitian, we get the mental coach, there's the trainers, there's the video production staff, there is then a coach for every position, and nowadays there's 3 coaches for every position and an assistant. That's the world that I was involved in for a long time. What makes a link unique is the execution of implementation, maintenance, and proper execution of captive insurance. When I started in this industry, it was new and people had never even heard of it. Today, people have heard of captive insurance, yet very few people know how to execute the fundamentals. Also, we have a great team in place to do those things, to maintain, to execute, to adapt, to make adjustments. There's a claims department, there's an administrator, there's attorneys, there's accountants, there's obviously the consumer, the business owner. All of these variables are unique to each and every company. And in the end, it comes down to execution. And we've been doing this for over a decade and have been successful in a variety of areas, variety of different types of companies, all of which create their link to security.
Created using Powtoon.